Hello, fourth grade students. This week, we are going to play drums, and who doesn't love playing drums? You might not have drums in your house. Welcome to the club. If that's the case for you, well, we want you to find some objects that you can make sound with. Found sounds. If you can see, I have a lot of different tools that are things that are laying around your house. Before we get started, let's talk about our goals. Our goals are that you will use your ears to find different and specific sounds within your house. All right, so you're going to find lots of different types of sounds. To be specific, 3 different sounds. You're going to be able to read and perform a simple drum beat. This is not something that we haven't done before, but now we're going to kind of learn it in a different way, and hopefully a very fun way. And finally, you're going to have to play to a recording. I think you're going to be able to do it. You're going to have to choose a song. I know what I chose, and it works, and you can use the same song as well, and we'll see at the end of the video how it all comes together. Hey guys, we're down in my basement. Sorry, the heater behind me is a little bit loud right now. Let me show you the pieces of a real drum set before we get started. This is the snare drum. It sits right in the middle of the drum set, and let me show you what is special about this drum. On the bottom of it, notice that I taped it, and just for my own preference, there are these snares. They're like little metal springs that sit on the bottom of the drum, and it gives a little rattle. That's what's special about the snare drum. Now, because I live in a house with other people, what I do is I put a towel over top of my drum, like so. That way I'm not playing too loud for everybody. Here, you can take a listen. All right, next, you're also going to need to find some type of cymbal. Here's a cymbal. I have 2 of them. This is a ride cymbal. But I also have a hi-hat cymbal. They're really cheap, but they're still fun to play. Last but not least, you have to find a tom drum. Let me show you my tom drum. It's covered up right now. I'm gonna take the cover off of it. Here's what it looks like. It's a big drum. It's a big drum. This is what it sounds like when it's not covered. Kind of boomy, right? Low sounding. I cover this one up too. Again, if I don't cover it up, it's gonna be too loud for everybody in the house. So this is what it sounds like covered up. Remember, we're going to need to find sounds for all 3 of those drums. The snare drum, the cymbal, and the tom drum. They don't have to match exactly, they just have to be similar. Now let's go figure out what the next step is. Now that we're back in the kitchen, we have to choose our utensils. I'll give you some options here. Here's some ones that I found. Wooden spoons. Now you can play it with the paddle side, the spoon side. You can turn them over. Mine's a little bent. I put it in the dishwasher. Doesn't matter. I'm still going to use it. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Let me check out. Oh, I have some metal straws. No more plastic straws, right? Here we go. I'm gonna use the bent side. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be something. You can do that all day. Pens. Barbecue. Ask your dad. Dads love to barbecue. And moms. Pokey side, watch out. Don't poke yourself. Ouch, ouch. Watch out. Little kids, dogs, cats, everybody. So, let me see. These are actually called skewers. You can put veggies on them. Tasty stuff. These are my favorite, I think. They're a little bit lighter, and I'm not gonna drive everybody in my house crazy. Let's take a look at the next step. So, we have to put our drum set together. Here's my drum set. I'm gonna start with moving them all out so I can talk about each one. This is my snare drum. I chose this macaroni and cheese because it has a little rattle. When I'm hitting it, I wish it had a little bit more rattle. If you guys can figure out some type of box or maybe a tin with beads in it or rice in it or something that would have a little rattle, that would even be more snare drum sound, more snare drum like. So let's hear what that sounds like. Our snare drum goes right in the middle. Let's move in our cymbal. Now, our cymbal in real life is metal. So you have to choose a metal object. I chose a pot. I'm gonna sit it on the left side. Now you're looking at me and it's on the right side, but we're gonna put it on the left side of our body. Give that a couple tries. And finally, we need a tom drum. I eat a lot of cashews, and this is a big tub of them. Because it's a bigger object with a bigger tub, it's gonna have a little bit more of a thump, in my opinion. You can find lots of different thump type of drums. This is our tom. It just should be bigger. I think plastic works a little bit better, but you can improvise. You can figure something out for yourself. Let's hear what that sounds like. So really we just want 3 different sounds that we can experiment with. Let's move on to playing now. I'm gonna start as simple as I can. I'm gonna start with the tom rhythm first. And the tom rhythm never changes. Now if you're looking at the material I've given you, you'll see that there are 4 quarter notes. And I want you to do that 8 times. Let's count it even before we play it, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we did that about 8 times. Now let's try to do that with our playing. You're gonna take your right hand. Your right hand's gonna hit that tom. We're gonna do that 8 times. Ready, set, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple enough, but keeping it to the beat and keeping it from speeding up or slowing down is really important. Now let's use our snare drum. Right in the middle of you, you're gonna use your left hand on your snare drum. So this rhythm's a little bit different, a little bit more complicated. On the worksheet, you're gonna see that there's a quarter rest, the lightning bolt. Whenever I see that, shh, and then a quarter note, 1. We basically are just taking out the first and the third sound that our right hand's doing. So it should sound like this if we count it. Shh, 2, shh, 4, 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 shh, 2, shh, 4. This is what's going to sound like if we play that, our snare drum rhythm. Remember, we don't play on shh. So your left hand, here we go. Ready, here we go. Shh, 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 shh. So I think we did that 8 times. You're gonna have to practice that one a lot. And the one before that, a lot, to be able to do what comes next, which is putting these two rhythms together. What you're gonna notice about this part of the worksheet is that I've stacked the rhythms. You're gonna notice first, we hit the tom. The bottom notes are the tom notes. And you're gonna notice we play 1, and then very next note, there are gonna be 2 notes stacked on top of each other. That means you gotta hit together. 2, 3 is by itself, 3, and then together, 4. This is the basis for a lot of drum rhythms. So, let's try this one slowly first. I'm gonna do it really slowly. Watch this. Tom and both, tom and both, tom and both, tom and both, tom, both, tom, both, tom, both, tom, both. I'm gonna speed it up this time a little bit more. If you need to, pause the video. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Tom and both, 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 tom, both, tom and both. And you notice that sometimes my hand will hit twice on accident. If that happens for you, that's okay too. It makes it a little bit more interesting. Let's hear what it sounds like sped up. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Just add in a little bit here and there. Okay, I did some extra stuff. You don't have to do that. Really, what's important is, can you play along to the beat? Can you get both hands working together in cooperation? If you get this rhythm, you can have a lot of fun with it. I can play it all day. I like it. All right, practice. If you find our Flipgrid, you can make a video of yourself playing this and post it to that site. I'll give details on the lesson plan on your worksheet. Good luck, everybody.